Now, Knicks has a new head coach, Mike Brown. Now, question is that can Knicks win a championship with Mike Brown? We discussed about the coaching carousel a few weeks ago uh, when Tom was fired. I posted a video and I also mentioned at that time that trust me, it'll be complicated going forward. It was exactly like that. It was complicated, very complicated to hire a head coach. The reason it was complicated, it was not about winning or losing, winning record, losing record. Now, the thing is that Tom had a winning record, no question about it, okay? Any team will buy that record. So it's not about winning record, it's about the winning a championship. Now, who is Mike Brown? I looked at his number going back to 2004. He had 6 seasons with the Cleveland. He had LeBron on his team during that time. So he had a 62% winning percentage up to with the Cleveland. Then it slided down. Then with the Lakers, he was for 2 years. It was 59% winning percentage. Actually, I don't count Lakers record that much. It's only 1 year, and Lakers is Lakers. Okay, LA is a different place. I don't think LA, like the coaching character has that much of importance in LA. More like the star power. Phil Jackson, that was different. So it was always run by the superstars. But New York is different. New York is different. It's a blue collar team. Okay, so they need a winning coach. We mentioned before. We discussed about it. It's not about winning record. It's about winning the championship. So in the last 3 years, he was with Sacramento, and his winning percentage was 55. Now, the thing is that if you look at the data science, gradually his winning percentage has gone down from 62% down to 55% in last 3 years. Now, if I dissect his last 3 year stint with Sacramento, that is quite interesting dynamics. I will throw away 2025. He was fired for some reason. I think it was more like personal, with the internal chemistry, not with the winning record. That I can tell right off the bat, 13-18, because prior year he had a 49, almost like 50 win, and that was a 50 win is a good win season. But again, going back to our discussion, it's not about winning, it's about having that stone, right? Does Mike Brown have that stone to win a championship for Knicks? Now, thing is that don't put Mike Brown as the stone to have that. Mike Brown is an instrumental thing, right? The players win the championship. The coaches, they bring attitude. They motivate players. Attitude and motivation, right? Those are the two things the coaches bring in with the pros. Now, other things, I was hearing some stories on Facebook, like that Rick Burnson will have a lesser role with the Knicks. Is that a problem? First of all, Rick Burnson is not a head coach. He is just an assistant coach. It doesn't matter what role he takes, right? Unless he is considered for a head coaching job, his position is immaterial. It doesn't go like that. Mike Brown, he's the leader, okay? So Rick Burnson has to make himself blendable with Mike Brown's leadership so that he is instrumental in helping or motivating JB, right? Thing is that JB doesn't need any motivator right now. He's a superstar. He doesn't need his dad right now. He's not in He's the elementary school or in middle school or even in high school. He's a pro, right? So forget about that, okay? Even though Rick Burnson is not in the team, it doesn't matter, okay? Rick Burnson's position doesn't matter with the performance of Knicks on the court or winning a championship, okay? So let's put it into bed, all right? Let's focus on to whether Knicks can win a championship with this guy. The question is tough. It's very unknown because his winning record and everything is very sketchy. But that his records are good, but it's very sketchy. It doesn't translate like it is nobody can tell whether he has a winning pedigree. I mean, he has the stuff to take it to the promised land. He's been coaching for a long time. I don't know also his defensive scheme. I heard that he's defensive minded. Listen, every black coach is defensive minded coach. Let's put it in this way. All these black coaches are defensive minded. Okay? So if somebody says that he's defensive coach, it doesn't mean anything. You have to prove it on the court at MSG. It won't be a fun place for him. Okay? I hope he will do well. There is also discussion after hiring of Mike Brown. The old timers, like those are the loyalists of Tom, that they will never hire a better coach than Tom. That is not the thing here, because the Knicks lost second time against Pacers. Data science says Tom cannot handle it. Period. End of the discussion. You have to try with new things. You don't want to get beat by the same team over and over and over again. 2 times is good enough. So word says that you try once, you try twice. You don't want to get disappointed in the third time. Before third time happens, you change it. It's a plain and simple. It's not superstitious thing. Again, it's a data science thing. It's a mathematical thing. Everything goes well. Now let's get back to the Knicks' success. Can Mike Brown be an instrumental piece in Knicks' quest for a championship? That is the main thing. It doesn't matter who is the coach. We as a Knicks fan, we are hungry. We are waiting for championship next year, not year after. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Now, they have to piece together the bench. It'll take some time. Thanks God Durant is gone. What was the heck about all this discussion about Durant? Okay? We don't want to see his face. Okay? Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up. Probably non-basketball season. We have nothing to cling to for a discussion or have fun. But anyway, so far, personnel-wise, Knicks didn't do anything yet. Obviously, rightfully so, because they need the head coach. Head coach has to assemble his team. I think he is still piecing together his team. Rick will be in the team because we love Rick, right? He's a good show at MSG. They have to fill in their bench. Yeah, I think only big question is Mike Brown's ability. I don't want to hear that how good motivator he is, or those are not important in New York. Everybody is motivated in New York. You have to really focus onto the numbers. Numbers don't lie. His overall winning percentage is acceptable. With that winning percentage, like his resume tells like he can coach. That I can tell. Specifically last 3 years, because he has been coaching for last like a head coach position almost like 25 years. He was at Cleveland from 2004 up to 2010. That was his best record as a head coach in NBA. Then he was with the Lakers for a season and a half. As I told you before, that doesn't count. Like last 3 year is okay. 2025, I won't pay attention to 2025. That is the internal clash. 2023-24, he did well. I'll take that number. Now, how would he translate? Now, another thing, Sacramento. It's in the West Coast. West Coast in the winning 50 games in the West Coast is a good number. Did he have any star power? I don't think Sacramento had that much of star player. But he did well with LeBron, 62% of winning. But they didn't win anything at Cleveland. But I won't take that record against Mike Brown because Cleveland was not really the best team at that time. They went to the NBA final maybe 2 times or 3 times, right? And rightfully so. They were deservingly loser. Let's put it in this way. They were not the best team. They were deservingly the losing team in those finals. So LeBron, he won only championship at Miami, not by himself. Mike Brown is not a hopelessness situation, meaning that Mike Brown's hiring is not a hopeless situation. It could be very positive, could be so-so, or he could be fired in 2 years. Jason Kidd, he will get a good contract in Dallas. They had a good draft pick. They got the first rounder. Jason Kidd's probably is out of question for now. I was disappointed that Dan Hurley was not even in a discussion. So most likely the front office, they don't buy into college coaches, I think. But anyway, they need an aggressive coach. They need to develop players as go for championship. Hey, 2026, we won't settle anything other than a championship ring. This is the time. This is the time to win a championship. If not into 2026, then when? JB is at his prime. Hart is at his prime because Hart will go down in 2-3 years. I might give it a shot again with the Bridges. What the heck? All I need some few good bench players. Cat will be good. I'm not worried about Cat. Right? Actually, I love Cat. Hey, Indiana, we lost. I'm telling you, this team, this present Knicks team, the way it is constituted, personnel-wise, they can easily beat Indiana. Not a question. Going forward, Cleveland would be a problem. Detroit would be problem. Indiana is problem already, but as I told you, Indiana Knicks has a personnel to handle this. Knicks has the personnel to handle this. They need more than 6 players or 7 players. They need 8, 9 solid players. They have only 5 solid players. I expect bigger thing from Deuce. Deuce, but Deuce has to do very well in 2026. Okay, he have to take off his mask. He have to he's not kid anymore, right? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go Knicks. Let's win it in 2026. Let's go Knicks.